Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steve.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we learned that King Charles is currently on a visit to the US. I'm not really certain what the main purpose of the visit is for. It's some sort of a state visit. He's made his rounds around Washington, D.C. I know he went to the White House and did a number of other things. But the thing that we wanted to check out today is King Charles gave a historic speech to the US Congress. And what makes this so unique is it's only the second time in history that a British monarch has actually done so.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth gave a speech to Congress in 1991, and that was the first time it had ever happened. And so this is something very rare, something that literally never happens, basically.
Right.
And so we thought this was something that we should check out. I'm really interested to see what he has to say. I don't have any idea what this speech is about.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm hoping it's something very unifying and uplifting. I love speeches like that.
Yeah.
And I just thought this would be very interesting. You know, this isn't something that you're going to be able to see
Often.
very often. It may be decades before we see this again.
And kind of combining our two worlds.
Yeah, that's kind of the
cool.
thing. Yeah, it is cool. This is almost like a State of the Union dress, the way this is set up. It's always the Vice President on the left and the Speaker of the House on the right.
This is weird. This is really weird seeing this. It's kind of jarring.
I wonder how that feels. Like, I wonder what it's like to go to another country and then to make a speech in front of their government.
Probably interesting.
Yeah.
Man, he gets way more applause than any of our presidents.
Well, this is more unifying, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think both sides.
Non-partisan, you know, like
Which I love.
Yeah.
I love things that are not partisan so much because we have too much division in our society today. It's nice to see something a little bit more unifying. Yeah, all sides are clapping at this. Yeah, this is almost like a State of the Union. You got the generals here. I haven't seen the Supreme Court yet.
just keeps going and going.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Majesty Charles III.
I just want to say, I've never seen him give a speech, I don't think, in the UK since he's become king.
Right.
I wonder if he, like, do people love him in the UK, or is he obviously, he's got really big shoes to fill, you know,
After Queen
irreplaceable, you know,
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, but I'm just wondering, is he well received in the UK when he does speeches like this, or...
I have no idea.
I'd be interested to know that.
This legit looks like a State of the Union
Except
address.
State of the Union is usually very partisan.
Yes.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, members of Congress, representatives of the American people across all states, territories, cities, and communities. I would like, if I may, to take this opportunity to express my particular gratitude to you all for the great honor of addressing this joint meeting of Congress. And on behalf of the Queen and myself, to thank the American people for welcoming us to the United States to mark this semi-quincentennial year of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, is that why?
And for all of that time.
Oh.
Because it's the 250th anniversary.
Yeah. All right.
I get that now.
Is that the actual reason?
See?
Wow.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Aren't you lucky? And for all of that time, our destinies as nations have been interlinked. As Oscar Wilde said, we have really everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language. So, ladies and gentlemen, we meet in times of great uncertainty, in times of conflict from Europe to the Middle East, which pose immense challenges for the international community and whose impact is felt in communities the length and breadth of our own countries. We meet, too, in the aftermath of the incident not far from this great building that sought to harm the leadership of your nation and to foment wider fear and discord. Let me say with unshakable resolve, such acts of violence will never succeed. Whatever our differences, whatever disagreements we may have, we stand united in our commitment to uphold democracy, to protect all our people from harm, and to salute the courage of those who daily risk their lives in the service of our countries. Standing here today, it is hard not to feel the weight of history on my shoulder, because the modern relationship between our two nations and our own peoples spans not merely 250 years, but over 4 centuries.
Wow.
It is extraordinary to think that I am the 19th in our line of sovereigns to study with daily attention the affairs of America. So I come here today with the highest respect for the United States Congress, this citadel of democracy created to represent the voice of all American people to advance sacred rights and freedoms. Speaking in this renowned chamber of debate and deliberation, I cannot help but think of my late mother, Queen Elizabeth, who in 1991 was also afforded this signal honor and similarly spoke under the watchful eye of the Statue of Freedom above us.
35 years ago.
Today, I am here on this great occasion in the life of our nations to express the highest regard and friendship of the British people to the people of the United States. Now, as you may know, when I address my own Parliament at Westminster, we still follow an age-old tradition and take a Member of Parliament hostage, holding him or her at Buckingham Palace until I am safely returned.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
These days, we look after our guests rather well, to the point that they often do not want to leave. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, if there were any volunteers for that role here today.
I'll go.
As I look back across the centuries, Mr. Speaker, there emerge certain patterns, certain self-evident truths from which we can learn and draw mutual strength. With the spirit of 1776 in our minds, we can perhaps agree that we do not always agree, at least in the first instance.
No one does.
Indeed, the very principle on which your Congress was founded, no taxation without representation, was at once a fundamental disagreement between us, and at the same time a shared democratic value which you inherited from us. Ours is a partnership born out of dispute, but no less strong for it. So perhaps in this example, we can discern that our nations are in fact instinctively like-minded, a product of the common democratic, legal, and social traditions in which our governance is rooted to this day. Drawing on these values and traditions, time and again, our two countries have always found ways to come together. And by Jove, Mr. Speaker, when we have found that way to agree, what great change is brought about, not just for the benefit of our peoples, but of all peoples. This, I believe, is the special ingredient in our relationship. As President Trump himself observed during his state visit to Britain last autumn, the bond of kinship and identity between America and the United Kingdom is priceless and eternal. It is irreplaceable and unbreakable.
This is a good speech so far.
Mr. Speaker, this is by no means my first visit to Washington, D.C., the capital of this great republic. It is, in fact, my 20th visit to the United States and my first as king and head of the Commonwealth.
I didn't know he'd been here that much.
This is a city which symbolizes a period in our shared history, or what Charles Dickens might have called a tale of two Georges.
Tale of two Georges. That's funny. It took us a minute, but we got it.
The first president, George Washington, and my 5 times great-grandfather, King George III. King George, as you know, never set foot in America, and please rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, I am not here as part of some cunning rearguard action.
He's funny.
He is.
The founding fathers were bold and imaginative rebels with a cause. 250 years ago, or as we say in the United Kingdom, just the other day.
That's true.
It's like every comment I've ever read.
Yeah.
They declared independence by balancing contending forces and drawing strength in diversity. They united 13 disparate colonies to forge a nation on the revolutionary idea of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They carried with them and carried forward the great inheritance of the British Enlightenment, as well as the ideals which had an even deeper history in English common law and Magna Carta.
Which we still need to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to look at them.
Reminder.
Yeah, it is a good reminder. I won't look at that for a while.
These roots run deep, and they are still vital. Our Declaration of Rights of 1689 was not only the foundation of our constitutional monarchy, but also provided the source of so many of the principles reiterated, often verbatim, in the American Bill of Rights of 1791.
Wow.
And those roots go even further back in history. The U.S. Supreme Court Historical Society has calculated that Magna Carta is cited in at least 160 Supreme Court cases since 1789.
Wow.
Not least as the foundation of the principle that executive power is subject to checks and balances. This is the reason why there stands a stone by the River Thames at Runnymede, where Magna Carta was signed in the year 1215. This stone records that an acre of that ancient and historic site was given to the United States of America by the people of the United Kingdom to symbolize our shared resolve in support of liberty and in memory of President John F. Kennedy.
I remember looking at that. That was beautiful.
Distinguished members of the 119th Congress, it is here in these very halls that this spirit of liberty and the promise of America's founders is present in every session and every vote cast. not by the will of one, but by the deliberation of many, representing the living mosaic of the United States. In both of our countries, it is the very fact of our vibrant, diverse, and free societies that gives us our collective strength, including to support victims of some of the ills that so tragically exist in both our societies today. And, Mr. Speaker, for many here, and for myself, the Christian faith is a firm anchor and daily inspiration that guides us, not only personally, but together as members of our community. Having devoted a large part of my life to interfaith relationships and
He's like, just let me get through it.
and greater understanding, it is that faith in the triumph of light over darkness which I have found confirmed countless times. Through it, I am inspired by the profound respect that develops as people of different faiths grow in their understanding of each other. It is why I believe with all my heart that the essence of our two nations is a generosity of spirit and a duty to foster compassion, to promote peace, to deepen mutual understanding, and to value all people of all faiths and of none.
This is honestly amazing. Like, anytime I've ever seen a speech done in Congress, there's always like some sort of divide. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes stronger than others, but this is fully unifying. I love to see it.
The alliance that our two nations have built over the centuries, and for which we are profoundly grateful to the American people, is truly unique. And that alliance is part of what Henry Kissinger described as Kennedy's soaring vision of an Atlantic partnership based on twin pillars, Europe and America. That partnership, I believe, Mr. Speaker, is more important today than it has ever been. Our defense, intelligence, and security ties are hardwired together through relationships measured not in years, but in decades. Today, thousands of US service personnel, defense officials and their families are stationed in the United Kingdom, as British personnel serve with equal pride across 30 American states.
Really?
I didn't
We
know
are
that.
building
I didn't either.
F-35s together, and we have agreed the most ambitious submarine program in history, AUKUS.
I wonder if they're in Indiana.
I don't know. Let's go visit them.
Our common ideals were not only crucial for liberty and equality, they are also the foundation of our shared prosperity. The rule of law, the certainty of stable and accessible rules, an independent judiciary resolving disputes and delivering impartial justice. These features created the conditions for centuries of unmatched economic growth in our two countries. This is why our governments are concluding new economic and technology agreements to write the next chapter of our joint prosperity and ensure that British and American ingenuity continues to lead the world. Our nations are combining talent and resources in the technologies of tomorrow. Our new partnerships in nuclear fusion and quantum computing and in AI and drug discovery, holding the promise of saving countless lives. More broadly, we celebrate the $430 billion in annual trade that continues to grow. the $1.7 trillion in mutual investment that fuels that innovation, and the millions of jobs on both sides of the Atlantic supported across both economies. These are strong foundations on which to continue to build for generations yet unborn. The story of the United Kingdom and the United States is at its heart a story of reconciliation, renewal, and remarkable partnership. From the bitter divisions of 250 years ago, we forged a friendship that has grown into one of the most consequential alliances in human history. I pray with all my heart that our alliance will continue to defend our shared values with our partners in Europe and the Commonwealth and across the world. And and that we ignore the clarion calls to become ever more inward-looking. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, America's words carry weight and meaning, as they have since independence. The actions of this great nation matter even more. President Lincoln understood this so well with his reflection in the magisterial Gettysburg Address, that the world may little note what we say, but will never forget what we do. And so to the United States of America, on your 250th birthday, let our two countries rededicate ourselves to each other in the selfless service of our peoples and of all the peoples of the world. God bless the United States, and God bless the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that was an amazing speech. Wow.
Yeah. I had never heard him speak except for like a little clip here and there. I never heard him give a speech, so this was totally a new experience for me.
Me too.
And he was great.
He was very, very eloquent here.
And a lot funnier than I expected.
Yes.
He doesn't seem as serious and stuffy as I thought he would be.
Right.
Like, my only opinion I've had of him is like in headlines here and there and like pictures I've seen. So
Man, he was dropping jokes here and there. That was a pleasant surprise to this.
Yeah.
I loved this. Like, it was so unifying. I'm so tired of the division we've had for a very long time now.
Yeah.
I wish we'd see more speeches like this.
I'm glad we checked it out.
Yeah, me too. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think of this speech. I thought he did an excellent job of of bringing us some important points.
But keeping it light. Too.
But keeping it light, yeah.
It was the perfect balance.
It really was, yeah. Because sometimes a speech like this could have gone so political, and that would have been like, come on.
And it was political.
No,
obviously.
but it wasn't. It had the lightness. It had the jokes, and it had just that overall unification that makes the speech really well.
The tone was very good.
The tone was very, very good. But anyways, guys, I think this is probably getting a little bit long now. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey. Until next time, peace.
Bye.